Anything's Possible stars Eva Reign as Kelsa, a confident high school girl who is trans, as she navigates through senior year. When her classmate Khal, played by Abubakr Ali, gets a crush on her, he musters up the courage to ask her out, despite the drama he knows it could cause. This just hit Amazon Prime, and it's directed by Billy Porter in his directorial debut. It's a gentle, coming-of-age comedy that's built on tropes and plot points we've seen in plenty of teen romantic comedies, though it features characters we still don't see often enough in mainstream filmmaking. This explores all the messiness when it comes to growing up and finding yourself, especially within a high school setting, where you get all these cliques, gossiping, broken friendships, fights over love, and so much more. Though it does so while also exploring gender identity, with the film serving as a great representation for the LGBTQ community. This will in some ways feel refreshing. While there are plot points of Kelsa and Khal's friends not being accepting of their relationship, while Kelsa is confronted by those who aren't accepting of her identity, and we do see her tackle all this in a very compelling way, this is also not the focus of the entire movie. Instead, Porter looks to just focus on this relationship in a mostly positive, uplifting way that also captures the soul of Gen Z. The film goes for a mostly lighthearted approach that centers more on these characters' relationships, as well as the treacherous terrains of high school, rather than making any sort of traumatic experience be the focal point. These relationships are Porter's primary focus, though he still never loses sight of how important these characters' identities are to them. At the end of the day, they all go hand in hand. Eva Reign shines as Kelsa, with a lot of natural charisma that makes her so endearing, as well as a sharp sense of humor that keeps us laughing fairly consistently, with a lot of little quips thrown our way. She also narrates the film, and I appreciate the way the film incorporated this in, as it's done through vlog posts Kelsa regularly does throughout the film that wind up actually playing a part in the overarching story. Plus, I also enjoy the chemistry between her and Ali, with the two's relationship really adding a nice layer of honest sincerity without diving into cloying sentimentality, and you wind up really coming to enjoy these two together. That being said, as I mentioned at the top of this review, a lot of the structure will feel familiar, and we'll be able to tell where a lot of this goes. The film plays heavily into some of the tropes we've seen in other YA films, and part of me felt like there were a few instances where it drudged up some extra conflict, almost as if to check off a number of obligatory plot points. Like, for example, there's this one big argument scene later on in the movie with Kelsa's mother, played by Renee Elise Goldsberry, who's really supportive of her for most of the movie and is almost always positive, but she has an odd character change for like one scene that I felt was just for the sake of a dramatic moment and not because it was characteristic of her to be that way, and I think that could have handled it a little bit better. But despite any sense of familiarity, Anything's Possible is still a nice time. While a lot of it might feel predictable, that won't wind up being a big deal, as it's got a lighthearted, positive tone, some nice laughs, some sweet chemistry between our two leads, and it offers an emotionally resonant look at identity that will make it worth checking out. Anything's Possible gets a 6.5 out of 10. So let me know, did you see Anything's Possible, or are you planning to see it, and what were your thoughts? Do you want to see more directed by Billy Porter, and what's a good romantic comedy that you've seen? Let me know in the comments below so we can discuss. Also, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and share it. And for more movie reviews and film discussion, please make sure to hit that subscribe button to stay updated. Thanks for watching, everyone, and keep having fun with film.